What's going on, everybody? Today I'm doing something a bit different. I will be talking about the Super Mario Brothers movie that came out um way over a month ago. I meant to do a review on this movie a long time ago, but funny thing happened. I ended up getting sick due to the weather shortly after the movie came out. And at the time of this recording, it is currently May, late May, and shortly after my birthday, which was a few weeks ago, I ended up getting sick again from the same problem, and probably was way worse. But I'm finally here, and people still wanted to see what are my thoughts on this movie, so I'm gonna give it to you straight. Better late than never. I enjoyed it. I liked it a lot. I was very excited for it the moment it was announced. When they announced the Nintendo Direct and the voice actors, including Chris Pratt as Mario, I was like, what? Yeah. Chris Pratt is Mario though. He was okay. I grew up in the era where before Charles Martinet took over in Super Mario 64, I grew up with the Mario cartoons like the Super Show, Adventures of Mario 3, Super Mario World. So it's not too far off from how Mario sounded back then. I mean, obviously it's a different voice and a different tone, but I think that's the take that Chris Pratt was going for. Charlie Day as Luigi, he was also good. Yeah, I was actually surprised that Charlie Day, no, I wasn't surprised. Charlie Day, I figured, was gonna do a good job as Luigi. I'm not familiar with a lot of his stuff, but based on the trailers, he did pretty good. Anya Taylor-Joy's Peach was also great. Peach in this movie was surprisingly not the damsel of distress that we all know and love. Well, some people don't love that, but Peach in this movie reminded me more of how she was in the... Does anyone remember the Nintendo Power Super Mario Adventures comic? Peach was a lot more daring and brave in that comic. Only difference is Peach in this movie didn't have a short temper like she did in the Super Mario Adventures comic. But I know a few people that didn't like Peach in this movie because of the whole feminism thing, where she's just like one of those princesses that doesn't need a man or so. But I don't think they went too far with it, although I do think that this was less of the Super Mario Brothers movie and more so the Super Mario and Peach movie, because Luigi is the damsel in distress in this movie. So the plot was that Mario and Luigi are from Brooklyn, sort of like their early 80s, 90s days before the N64 era where Charles Martinet took over as Mario. This movie goes back to that. They even reference the Super Mario Brothers Super Show theme song for their commercial advertisement, and I love that. But Mario in this movie was very insecure about his height, and he wanted to make a difference. But him and Luigi found a leak within the city, a plumbing problem, and they decided to go take care of it themselves so Mario can get more recognition. But they get separated from a mysterious pipe, the warp pipe from this games. Luigi gets sent to the Dark World where Bowser lives, and Mario gets sent to the Mushroom Kingdom. But going back into the voice acting, Mario was fine, Luigi was good, Peach was good, Jack Black as Bowser, that's a casting choice that was completely genius. The moment they announced that, I was like, you know what, that was probably the only one that made sense. Jack Black as Bowser. It's kind of like, probably not as fitting as Jim Carrey as Dr. Eggman in the Sonic the Hedgehog movies, but Jack Black really sold it, including his song. They even made a music video of it. You guys gotta check it out. And then there's Seth Rogen as Donkey Kong. It's Seth Rogen playing Seth Rogen. like, see, I was afraid of this when he was announced as Donkey Kong, because that's not the type of voice I wanted for DK, and he even does the laugh twice, which I was like, god damn. Hopefully, I would be on board with him as a Donkey Kong if he can sound less Seth Rogen-y and more DK. He has potential, just that this was just regular Seth Rogen to me. Keegan-Michael Key as Toad, I'm not familiar with a lot of his work, but he found a comparable Toad voice as opposed to the screechy voice that Toad is known for in the games.
Do not touch that mushroom, you'll die! Oh, I'm sorry. That one's perfectly fine.
I think if they kept with the voice of how Toad sounded like in the games, people will instantly leave the theaters. It's grating. I can do the Toad voice myself. I'm not going to, because, you know, it's grating and it hurts my throat. Honestly, actually, ironically, the voice that I feel didn't work for me wasn't really Chris Pratt as Mario. It was what was his name? Fred Armisen, or what's his name? The guy who played Cranky Kong. Cranky's voice, it didn't sound like the voice you would hear from an old man. Like, it sounded like the strongest army in the world. Like, it sounds completely exaggerated. Like, I would even take the voice from the Donkey Kong Country cartoon over this guy. And no offense to the actor, but I don't think this was I don't think this voice did it for me. I'm sorry. But one thing this movie definitely nails, and I had no doubt because I've seen a lot of Illumination's work, is the visuals. This movie looks gorgeous. It looks amazing. Like, it takes the characters from the games and literally translates them into a CGI movie, a cartoon kids movie in CG, except they're a lot more expressive, like every other DreamWorks, Disney, Pixar movie. But Peach is more expressive, Luigi's more expressive, and even though Chris Pratt's voice as Mario may be jarring for some, I think the voice works with Mario's expressions in this movie. It helps that this movie looks great because Easter egg wise, there's a lot of them, including the Mario Kart one if you've seen the trailer. When you get a glimpse of the Mushroom Kingdom, this was just like an early promotion of, oh, this is how Nintendo Land's gonna look like at Universal Studios, because it basically looks like from shot to shot Nintendo Land. Like, this was a straight up advertisement. And the Super Mario Brothers movie in general is basically Mario or Nintendo eye candy. Like, point out every game reference or Mario game reference you can find in the movie, because you will likely find it. Some spin-offs obviously missing, but it's the super eye candy movie for Nintendo fans. But as of right now, this movie is available on streaming. Surprised not on Peacock yet, but I'm guessing they're waiting for it to hit DVD and Blu-ray, because I know Universal, NBC, Comcast owns Universal and Illumination, and most of their content is on Peacock, because I'm assuming Hulu is going to be sold off to Disney by the end of this year or early January, I think. But anyway, if you have not seen this movie, go see it. Go see it in theaters. As of right now, it's making over $1 billion, and last time I checked, it is now the second or third highest grossing movie of all time. It just surpassed Frozen. I think it's behind Frozen 2 and The Lion King, if you count The Lion King. as a animated movie, it kind of is. Like, it's just realism. The Lion King remake, obviously, I did not like that movie. It sucked. But go see this in theaters. I think you're getting the best experience seeing this in theaters in the big screen. Even if it is digital, I mean, if it is digital, go watch it there. But honestly, I just recommend watching it on the big screen because the experience is amazing. If you have not seen this movie yet, you're doing yourself a big disservice. Way better than the Super Mario Brothers movie in 1993, which, why did I point that out? Because that's not hard to do. That's not a fair comparison. Oh, and by the way, I got this Mario cup of the movie at my local theater. Not that I don't like it, but the image is kind of like, there's too much bright lighting, which it affects the it just affects the overall mood and color of the cup. And if you're into Photoshop, there's like a black bar which bothers the hell out of me. Like, I think they could have filled that up. The lighting is almost as bad as the lighting in this video. Oh, shots fired at myself. But if you have not seen the Mario movie yet, go see it. It's a wonderful time. That's all I was gonna say about the plot, because there's not, it's one of those adventure movies, those one of those movies where you're like, as Toad would put it, going on an adventure to your destination. Not much to spoil on that, because I want you guys to go see the movie for yourself. But thought I'd try something different. Maybe I'll do some other video game movies as well. Yeah, I think that's about it. But this is BJsPool, and I will see you guys later. Take care.